Late one night, I was leaving work. Life was good. I had a beautiful girlfriend, and I was the manager of Microsoft, and I was in a good mood. I left happy because I'd been doing a lot of overtime, and I had made enough money to buy an Xbox One. As I was locking up, I had an uneasy feeling, the kind of feeling you get when you're feeling watched. I ignored this feeling and proceeded with the lockup. After I locked up the back, I went to the locker room and changed into my regular clothes, locked the locker, and went upstairs to my office. As I went upstairs, the uneasy feeling was coming back. I ignored it and grabbed my bag and my car keys and my backpack with my Xbox One and went and I locked the front of the store. As I got into my car, I put my bag in the passenger seat next to me and I turned on the headlights and I got the car started and I looked into the rear view mirror and noticed a black van not too far from me. I ignored it and I figured it was just some teenagers messing around. As I pulled out the parking lot, the uneasy feeling came back, and I turned the radio on and ignored it. As I got far from the Microsoft store, I noticed the same van behind me. I kept my eyes on the road and turned on the highway. I looked back and saw the van turning on the highway. My blood turned cold. When I broke the speed limit, the unknown driver did it too, and as it happened, my paranoia grew. There was a gas station near the end of the highway, and the driver behind me sped up and rammed my car. I was in shock. The man rammed me again, and my body jerked from the impact, and I fastened my seatbelt. I stepped on the gas, and the man did too. I looked at the side view mirror, and what I saw made my mind spin. The man had a hatchet and was waving it. The man caught up to me and hit my car with the hatchet, and it stuck, and the man pulled it out. I hit the emergency brake, and I was behind the man, and I rammed his car. He hit the emergency brake and rammed me again. I sped up to the gas station and hit the emergency brake, and I was at the gas station. I jumped out the car and ran to the teller at the window, and I banged, begging for the man to let me in. And it was midnight, so the man thought I was drunk. The man with the hatchet jumped out his car and tried to hit me with the hatchet. He scraped my shoulder, and I punched him in the stomach, and I ran into the store at the gas station and hid. The man at the teller came outside, and I watched the horrible sight of the poor man getting slaughtered by the man with the hatchet. The man with the hatchet chopped the teller's face, and what I saw next mentally scarred me. He ate the teller's face, and he gouged out the eyes and ate them. He smiled as he saw me. The man with the hatchet came into the store, and he found me and punched me in the face. I got up and tried to run, but he swung the hatchet deep into my back. I ached and screamed in pain, but he took the hatchet out. I don't know how, but I mustered up the courage to get up and fight. So I did, and punched him in his stomach, and I took no chance and grabbed his hatchet and threw it far away. I got on top and started to punch him in the face. After a minute of punching him in the face, I started to aggressively pound his head in. I was crying as I did this because I was a reasonable man that tried to avoid violence as much as possible. I took a sigh of relief, and I heard sirens in the distance. A couple minutes later, the police were there. They had their guns trained on me. The teller must have pressed the silent button and alerted the police. Ever since then, I've been mentally scarred. I have been paranoid enough to carry a pistol with me anywhere I go now.